Evening all, welcome to some more tactics. Do you know what, I started this map and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to leave it as all one long shot and I'm just going to increase the speed. LAV taxis are back, look at that, running over dudes. Look at that, they even orbital me and I drive through that orbital, just ghost riding this mofo, seriously. So yeah, welcome to tactics. Do you know what? It is so hot at the moment. I don't know what it's like where you are, but summer's definitely hit. But you know, summer in Britain is as typical as British summers be, because it's actually quite warm, and by warm I mean it's like 25 degrees. That's warm for us. That's Celsius. In Fahrenheit moon talk, it's probably something like, I don't know, 80, 85 maybe even less. But anyway. Yeah, that's hot for us. Seriously, bro, that's quite hot. So yeah, I'm sat here literally with my shirt off doing this talk. Picture it. Go on, picture it. I'm joking. I'm not. You don't have to picture that horror. Please don't. Anyway, having some good games at the moment, and I know I'm saying that a lot, but I think it's it does stem from the fact that I'm quite enjoying the plasma cannon. I think I've found my fit. I really have. And it's funny because one of the highest contributors to this channel, Doot Loot, who is awesome by the way, he preempts every fucking video I do, because he gave me the idea to put the flare lock on the plasma cannon, so I give him props for that. But as I was literally running this video, which I think is the first time I used this fit, I realized that he actually called out the fit that I'm using for this, which is 2 complex King Cats, prototype Galactic Scout obviously, 2 Ferro Scout, 2 reactive plates, so that's slightly different to what he suggested. I think it's 2 complex shield enhancers as well, old shield thingamajigs, plates, I don't know, what are they called? You know, those things. And I'm actually not running a Devol, this is the wrong fit I think. But anyway, I'm actually running a plasma cannon and a flare lock and then remote explosives and a cloak. And it's not bad indeed. I die so rarely now. I mean, this is weird when you think you're running a flare lock and a plasma cannon, because it runs at about 10 meters a second. That's pretty fast. It also has a phenomenally good tank. It tanks at maybe 5, 6, 7 hit points a second, maybe more in fact, but it's a lot and it's pretty decent. And yeah, it's survivable because your shield's quite decent as well. So, you know, that kind of mix of the two, you can see it here, it's, you know, it's about 500, 50, 580 something hit points, and it's not bad until, you know, it's actually really good. I'd recommend it. How's the game feeling at the moment? Well, to be honest, it feels all right. I mean, again, I know in the last few videos we've talked about the kind of the quantity of players. It certainly does feel that the matchmaking is kind of putting certain dudes with certain dudes continually. But when you do get a good game, you do get a good game. And I think maybe that's actually a bad thing, because obviously a good game to me is probably where we win, where we stomp maybe. Let me be clear on that. Not where we stomp because we can, it's where we have a good match but we win. Let me be very clear on that point. But there are certain matches where one side just completely dominates the other, and they're not so good because obviously they're quite boring. I think, you know, really at this particular point, this 11 o'clock 11th hour kind of period in the game of Dust 514, before the epitaph is being written, I'm actually quite keen to play some of the best games I can. So this is why, you know, again, ISK no object, money no object, you know, that whole thing. It's more a case of just having a bit of fun. So we're doing comedy fits, and comedy fits are actually bloody fun, I must tell you. They are ridiculously fun. I think just run scrambler pistols, run LAV gunners. LAV gunning is amazing, seriously. I'm running bomb trucks, so every so often if I see an opportunity to kill someone with a bomb truck, I'm taking it, and it's fun. I think just, you know, the gloves are off, kinda. In reality they are, yeah, they kind of are, aren't they? And there's no real reason to be kind of, quote, etiquette and all that now. I think just play the game you want to play. I'm gonna look at my aiming with the mouse, seriously. You guys with aim assist have no idea how lucky you are. Oh, look at that, it's terrible. Oh, and then he got the end. So I think, to be honest, we're just picking, you know, the various fun things to do, and we're just doing them. And I think that's probably the right way to do it. We were considering doing PC, but I think, to be honest, taking it that seriously towards the end of the life of the game is not what really we want to do. I think we're not terribly interested in that kind of thing. We're not really interested in the politics of it as well. I know a lot of power play and things like that is going on at the moment. Again, that's not our thing. I know people really do want to make out that I am, you know, secretly manipulating XYZ. I'm honestly not. I really don't care. I think, you know, if people are running for CPM1, awesome. I'm not going to talk about CPM1, by the way, but I'm really happy they do, and I think I'm really kind of supporting of them if they do that. And I think, you know, to be honest, it's a very selfless thing to do, but I also think it can be twisted to be not so selfless. I think some people who are going for it are just the most inappropriate mix ever. I think there's some real... there's some people. It's difficult. Let me explain this. I don't mean a troll in this. Again, everything I say seems to really get taken to heart by people. There are people out there in life who are not very good at what they do, but they think they're actually very good at what they do. Everybody knows these kind of people. Okay, it's like, you know, Dave down the pub is absolutely terrible burglar. He's just shit. Every time he breaks into a house, he's drunk and high and stoned, right? And what he then does is he then drops his wallet in the middle of the lounge while he's robbing the place, and then he gets caught. Then there's Jeremy the twat who, you know, is so stupid he drink drives. That's just stupid to do. But then what he does, this is the best bit, is as he's drink driving, he's coming home late one night and he's going down the road, and it's one of these very kind of progressive left turn roads, so it's kind of downhill and then to the left. And what the stupid bastard does is he looks down and he thinks he sees the speedo and thinks it's his temperature gauge, so he thinks his engine's overheating. So what does he do? He switches off the engine, thinking that that's the safest thing to do while moving. And what he then realizes is that the steering lock comes on. So as he then careers through the back into somebody's garden, he realizes it's too late at night, therefore no one's going to actually be around, so he just reverses out and drives off. He then gets home and goes to bed, and then he wakes up 20 minutes later with a panic and a sweat, and he sits bolt upright and he realizes, I've left my fucking number plate there. And the police arrive soon after. This is the kind of stupidity and narcissism and just general, I guess, incapability of quite a few people who are going for CPM. And it's very difficult to kind of tell them, look, they're probably going to be the worst choice ever. And let me tell you why. And again, it could be that you're very capable, but it could be that you are the most spineless jellyfish motherfucker in the world ever. And in that case, you're just going to get all stepped on and walked over. You could be so articulate and capable and so on, but then you end up being awful. You're just like terrified of everybody, and you're scared of being a bad guy. You're scared of everything. And in that case, yeah, you're just absolutely not fit for purpose, in the epitome of that horrible meme that once Tony Blair used, I stopped using. And I think really that's kind of the issue with CPM1 as I see it. We are going, and again, I've talked about CPM1, I do apologize, but I am going to do a series of videos on the people running, and we're going to obviously invite people, if they want to come talk, now please hit me up. You know, again, people seem to think I'm absolutely against CPM1. I am not. I'm its biggest supporter. He said with trollface JPEG in the background. No, seriously, I am. I am. We do need it. I do agree we need it. It's just timing. From this point forward, it's all timing. And I think, you know, we're going to have a look at the whole CPM1 thing. But again, we'll wait. We're waiting. We've always been waiting for the right time to do this. And the right time to do that is when Logibro, I guess now, comes back to the community and says, out of the 30 or 40 we received, these are the 10 that we think are credible and will go forward. And that's job done, or 20 maybe, but that's then job done. And once we've got that list, then we can have a chat with these people and see what they think. I'm not going to ambush anyone. I'm not going to, you know, shit talk anyone. Well, maybe. We may talk a few people down, because I think some people really hurt. And again, we're only going to do this with empirical evidence, because there is something very lovely about the forum search capability, is that we actually can find any post you've ever made ever, and we can then hang you with it. So we're quite looking forward to doing that with a few people. I'm kidding. God, chill. So there we go. You know, that's funny time. I think if you're interested in playing a game, then give it a go. I think just don't expect the best matches you've ever played, unless you make them so. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.